Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you have a magnificent day. I'm here to do an intuitive card reading to see what insights, guidance, and messages the universe has for us, especially in regards to being present, living in the now, savoring the moment, stopping to smell the roses, you know, tuning in with living mindfully and intentionally and taking what resonates and leaving the rest. So let's take a look at the cards and see what the universe wants us to know. Okay. So we have selenite. Ooh. Clear the clutter. Yeah. So often our lives get full of so many things that we're told are important. That's not to say not all of it is, but like society has its expectations, it has all the shoulds. It's like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. If you don't do this and you're a horrible person, this, that, and the other. And it's just like, what truly matters? What truly matters to you? So often we chase after these jobs that, have all like these huge pay, wages, and salaries, but we end up filling our life with all these things. We can be working long hours, we can be working overtime, we could have like very little time to, spend with our loved ones, to do the things we enjoy, to even just take care of our natural body needs and get enough sleep. So, what is it that truly matters? What is it that's most important to you? Is that job, even if it has, the fancy wages and salary and like you're getting quote unquote live a life of luxury, are you able to enjoy it? Can you stop and smell the roses? Can you just enjoy little simple things? Do you feel grateful? Do you feel at peace? Do you feel happy? Do you feel like you love your life? Are you excited to start the day? Because there's so many times we just start filling our lives up and be like, like with parents and all that. Like I've seen parents who are like, oh, we got to do all these activities and, we got to be bouncing from thing to thing because, that just shows that I'm a good parent and I'm making sure my kids have all these opportunities. And it's not bad to, give people in your life opportunities, but is it truly making them happy? Because I know with my parents, if they signed up, like if my siblings or I got signed up for something, we had to do it all the way through, even if we didn't enjoy it. And to a certain extent, yeah, I get that you want to be able to honor your commitments. Yes, you want to have follow through. I'm not saying that's bad. But if something truly isn't for you, why are you trying to force it? Why are you dragging yourself to it day in and day out? Take what resonates and leave the rest. Free up your time, your space, your energy for the things that are truly important to you, that bring yourself feelings of peace, joy, fun, lightheartedness, the things that truly matter to you. Because we end up gunking up our energy field and our lives with all these things, and they could be siphoning off our energy, we could be associating with the wrong people, places, and things. So it's time to clear the clutter, you know. That could also be in terms of your physical space, kind of like a spring cleaning kind of thing, where it's like you had things from past versions of your life, past chapters, and you've moved on. You no longer resonate with it, so you can choose to let go. You don't have to bring it all with you. Like my one uncle who ended up getting brain cancer in 2020, he was very much a hoarder. He like had so many things, and like it was just like basically oozing from the walls kind of thing. Like my parents were the ones who went and cleaned it all up after he died, his house, and like they're just finding stacks of papers and papers and papers and all this random things. And it's just like, it's cool if you want to collect things, if they bring you joy, if they bring, fulfillment and peace and happiness to your life. But do you need to drag it all with you? Because if you just are carrying all this extra baggage with you, it's going to weigh you down. It's like the trees every year in the fall. They let go of the dead leaves, the dead weight, because they're making room for the new. This is what the universe is encouraging us to do, to let go what no longer serves us, what no longer brings us joy and peace and fun and happiness, to make room for the new, to bring in space for the new things that we love, for the things that are most important to us. You know? Yeah, it's really driving this home. Smoky quartz, let it go. Let it go. This could also include narratives. Let go of the negative narratives. Let go of, the feelings that could be holding you back and, muddling up your energy, because we're all human and we all have our, human experience with all these emotions. But some of us refuse to let go. We cling on to things, we get fixated, we obsess, and we allow the negativity to fester. No emotion is bad. It's just what we're choosing to do with them. If we're choosing to sweep them under the rug, if we're choosing to cling on to them and not allow them to breathe, process, and move on, because yeah, there's a lot of things in life that can suck. I've been through plenty of hard times, plenty of suffering, plenty of pain, and it's I get it. Truly, I do. I get why people be like, man, I was wronged, and that's not cool, because I have a thing, and it's I don't like injustice. I don't like people being mistreated. I don't like people, being on the receptive end of cruelty and all these things. And so it's I get it. I could have chosen to be like a lot of people who get bitter and resentful and vengeful and petty and all that when that toxic group of the narcissists were doing what they did, or my past toxic bosses that very much could have been narcissists now that I know more about it, or, family members, supposed friends who just turned out to be using me. There's so many things that it's I could, be clinging on to that, but I care more about my peace. I care more about happiness and love and just being well. My peace of mind and my well-being are my priorities. And so, yeah, it sucks that it happened. Yeah, it was unpleasant. Yeah, it was wrong that it happened. But I'm going to let that go because it's not the here and now. Here and now, I'm doing okay. Right now it's just me and Suki. Family is away. They're doing their thing. I'll be, going to pick people up and all that. And I have things to do, but right now it's pretty good. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's calm. So I'm not going to, fixate on, for instance, what happened last year with the toxic group and the narcissist, or the fact of how my family is, because my family is not here right now. We can let it go. We can get clear on what we want, choose what resonates and let go of the rest, and we can choose to just get more present. Because is your present moment the right here now? Because, a lot of us will have those fears, those worries, those insecurities about the future, oh, these bills are coming in, I don't have enough money, this, that, and the other. And it's just do you have enough for right now? Do you have enough food for right now? Do you have a roof over your head right now? Do you have access to water? Do you have, clothing that you can, wear? What do you have right now? Are you okay? Do you have enough for right now? You can deal with the other stuff later when it's that present moment, but right now, are you good? Are there things to be grateful for right now? Are there things you can enjoy and have fun with right now? Can you find peace right now? Because we can let go. We don't have to make our lives so complicated. And it's easier said than done because, we'll be well, it's true because I'll have to pay this bill and the other, and, I only have so much I only make so much for my job, and I'm not saying that's not true, but is this something you need to concern yourself right here and now? Is it worth sacrificing your peace of mind and your well-being right here and now to worry about those things? Because when you start fixating with those negative narratives and going into that downward spirals, you're impacting your well-being. You can have all this negative emotional and mental health issues, and since mind, body, and spirit are connected, that also will impact your physical health. And is it worth it? Or should you let it go? You know? Because the universe really wants you to clear up that clutter. Celestite, soothe your soul. Soothe your soul. The universe is telling you it's not worth it. It's not worth it to get yourself all in a tizzy, to get so anxious and worried and stressed out and fearful and going down all those negative narratives and downward spirals. Soothe your soul. Do something to take care of yourself right now. Do something you enjoy right now. Do something fun. Do something that you love. Do something to bring you peace. Because all we ever have is the right here and now. Yes, that doesn't mean you should forgo everything in the future and you shouldn't work towards your goals, this, that, and the other. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying, completely blank slate, forget the past, because you've learned and grown from your past and you know better now. Like with certain people, whether or not they are trustworthy. That doesn't mean they can't learn, grow, and improve, because anyone and everyone can. But like you can see the patterns and the cycles with certain people or certain types of people. And that doesn't mean you're being, hateful and resentful and all that, but you know better. You're like, you know what? I'm going to love you from a distance. I know what happens when I get close to you or people like you. That is not kind, loving, and respectful to me to put myself in that situation. I'm going to send you all the best, but I'm also going to take care of myself. It's really important to prioritize your peace of mind and your well-being. And, do what's best for you. Do things that bring joy and peace and happiness and prosperity to you. Do things that light up your world and make you eager to be alive, because life is a gift. The universe is blessing us, and, so often we'll be like, pushing off happiness and fun and enjoyment and all that, and be like, oh, it'll be later. Like, once I get all this done, once I, so many people will save it for retirement and all that, but it's like, why not enjoy right now? Why not enjoy the ride, the journey? Why not make it enjoyable now? Why are you always sacrificing until later? Be like, I'll do it later, when this happens, when that happens, when things are perfect, then I can enjoy. It's like, no. Start enjoying it now. Soothe your soul. Make your peace of mind and prosperity a priority. Because it's time for us to clean things up and to let go and just to take care of ourselves, Yeah. Breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. You can bring in love and peace and prosperity and joy and fun right now. You can, because literally all that is and all that ever will be are, energy is never created or destroyed. So you can tap into that right here and now. You can breathe it in. The universe loves you. It protects you. It guides you. It supports you. It will work magic and miracles for you. And if you can get in alignment, if you can resonate with that, you can change your reality. So why make things more challenging for yourself? Why not get into that energy and frequency of love and prosperity and fun and, happiness now? All is at your fingertips. What has been created by one can be had by all. That's the thing. You can have your dream life. You can have a life where you thrive, where you are successful, where you are prosperous, where you are full of love and light and happiness and fun. You can have a life that you're excited to get up and enjoy every day. That doesn't mean everything's like completely smooth sailing, because life is full of contrasts, the ups and the downs, and it's that contrast that can help get us clarity and, help us resonate with our truer energy and frequency. Because when life shows us what we do not want, what is not to our preference, we get even more clear on what it is we do want, and we can resonate with that. We can take what resonates and leave the rest. So know that you can have it all. You can have everything that you want. It might be seed still and it's been planted and you're nurturing it, but you can have what you want. You can have your dream life. is at your fingertips. The universe is here working alongside you to co-create it. Walk your own journey. It's essential to stay on your own path. You don't have to be like everyone else. That's why the universe is telling you to let go. Like, for instance, I'm very much the black sheep and scapegoat of my family. And something of just about my existence, my energy, just ruffles their feathers, riles them up. They just get agitated and they lash out at me and they just start blaming me for everything. But I don't have to be like them. Just because all the people I've grown up around have been like that, just because I've experienced all these toxic bosses, all these toxic coworkers, there have been some gems in there, but like overall, and like that toxic group with the narcissist, like all that, like I've experienced so many people who have done me dirty, so many people who have wronged me, but that doesn't mean I have to be like them. Just because quote unquote everyone else is doing it doesn't mean I have to, doesn't mean you have to. You know that saying, like, if everybody else jumps off a bridge, would you do it too? It's like, if they're all, kind of being a fool, it's like, do you want to be doing that too? If it doesn't feel right to you, if it doesn't resonate, is that really what you want to do? Because I know a lot of us will end up dimming our light, will end up trying to conform, to fit in, to have this sense of belonging, but it just rings false and it feels gross. Like, I've tried it to an extent, because at the same time, like, it never truly works. Like, often as a kid, I would rather be alone than be around fake people, but I would try to find people that I could resonate with, and it's been really hard. It's been a pretty lonely path, but at the same time, I would rather be at peace with who I am and be able to go to bed proud that I did my best to live a life of integrity, kindness, peace, accountability, respect, love, like all of that, than like all these people I've come in contact with that do not do that. I would rather be able to walk my path and shine brightly and be happy with who I am than try to conform and be someone I'm not and be miserable, Your path is the only one for you, so stay the course. Because the right people, places, and things will find you. The universe will work its magic for you. Yeah, it is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. You are surrounded by love. Like, the universe really wants you to let go of what does not serve you, what is no longer resonating, what does not align with your path. It's okay. You can let go. You can clear the clutter. You can do what truly resonates and lights you up inside. You're surrounded by love. It's going to be okay. The universe will work everything out for you. Even if it seems uncertain, even if it seems like, you're on shaky ground and, your voice is shaking because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, it's going to be okay. I promise. Even if it's stormy and turbulent, even if, people have betrayed you and wronged you, you will find people that love you. I still have my best friend since 6th grade, and it's just like, when in doubt, I was like, I know I got her. I know I have her. Other people, they have proven to be so less reliable and trustworthy, and like, their energies do not match, but it's just like, she's someone who always gets me. So it's going to be okay. You will find your people. And when you stay on your path, when you stay true to yourself, when you're staying in alignment and with what resonates, you will find more and more people who are like your energy. Because we're reaching this point where people are no longer faking it. They're no longer dimming their light and trying to conform. And so it's going to be easier and easier to find each other. But if we, cave into fear, uncertainty, worry, doubt, we're going to fall into the same old patterns and habits, and it's going to trip us up. It's going to hold us back from meeting these people. Because when you're truly embracing your true colors and shining your light, it's going to be easy for people to spot you. But if you're dimming your light, it's a lot harder to find one another. Not that it's impossible, But, it's like a lighthouse in the dark. We'll be able to spot each other no matter how far we are, you know? Yeah, you deserve good things. Keep your focus on what you want. Don't get caught up in those negative thought processes, those negative narratives on your fears, your worries, your doubts, what you don't want, things that aren't to your preference. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. Take what resonates, leave the rest. What you put your time, energy, and attention on will grow. It will build momentum. You'll get more of it. So, if you're wanting good things, expect good things. Don't be like my family. Like my dad keeps going, I was like, oh, I just expect the worst because then I can't be disappointed. It's like, you still are miserable and complaining about things though. Like you say that, but it seems like you're trying to convince yourself more than anything. And it's just like, expect good things because the universe will deliver. It will deliver. What the seeds you're planting, the seeds you're watering, the garden you're tending to, you will reap the harvest. You reap what you sow. So if you're planting expectation of good things, if you're planting good energy, that's what you're going to harvest. You deserve good things. Know that you are worthy, just as you are. You don't have to be this perfect divine being in order to deserve good things. You deserve good things as you are, as a work in progress, because you're not only the work in progress, but the masterpiece. You deserve good things. Yeah, shine love on fear. Love will light up the darkness. Just embrace that love. Embrace that love. Because the universe is working everything to your favor. You don't have to go into the doubts, the worry, the anxiety. It's working things out in your favor. Yeah. The worm renewal. You are having a rebirth because you are recognizing your power. You are recognizing that where you put your time, energy, and attention will grow, that you get to choose what seeds you plant, what seeds you water, so then you will have, say over your harvest. You are recognizing that you get to choose if you let go or hold on. You're realizing that you deserve good things, that you can walk your own path of authenticity, and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful rebirth. But you have to be the one to let it in. Yeah. The axolotl regeneration. You are regenerating your energy. You are healing. You are growing. You are learning and improving. You are letting all this love in. And it is changing your world completely. You are taking what resonates and leaving the rest. You're realizing you don't have to keep carrying all this baggage. You don't have to keep doing things the way you used to. Yeah. The rabbit fertility, it is a very fertile time. You are planting so many seeds and you are going to have a bountiful harvest. You are going to be blessed. The universe is working its magic and miracles for you. You're going to be prosperous. You're going to have a life where you can thrive, full of peace, prosperity, happiness, love, support, fun. But you have to clear up your energy. You have to get clear on what it is you want. You have to align with what resonates. You have to tune into your authenticity. You have to breathe love into life and be focusing on what it is you want. Focusing on putting out the energy you want to receive, because the energy you put out into the world comes back to you. And so you're going to be able to do so much. But you might need to pause in order for this to happen so you can get that clarity, so you can tune in to your true self, so you can resonate with your authenticity. Pause. May moments of calm sustain you. You don't always have to be rushing around like a chicken with your head cut off. You don't always have to be chasing like society tells you. You don't always have to be working so hard. Not that hard work is bad, but you don't need to be pushing yourself to the breaking point, to be grinding constantly to the point that you get burnt out, to be always working all this overtime and jobs that you don't enjoy, that they're just actually draining you. You can create a life that you align with, where you can thrive. You don't have to always be on the go. You need balance. You need action and rest. You need fun and work. You can enjoy your life. You can enjoy your life. Yeah. Ease. May it be effortless. You are creating a life that is going with the flow, sailing downstream, co-creating with the universe, instead of turning that boat around and trying to force your way upstream and paddling that way. Yes, it's not bad to have hard work. Yes, having commitment and dedication is great. But if you are being rigid and you are trying to be controlling and forceful and force your way to make things happen, you're exerting all this unnecessary extra effort and energy. You're draining yourself when you could be spending it in a more opportune way, a more efficient and effective way. Because if you are working with the universe so you can co-create this life where you can thrive, your energy, your time, your effort is going to go so much further. But if you're trying to force it all on your own and you're not in alignment and you're not doing what resonates, it's going to be a harder process for you. Not that it can't work out in the end, because the universe will use anything and everything to your benefit, but it doesn't always have to be so hard. You can go with the flow. You can allow it to be ease and effortless, because we can tap into the magic. May you flow with the divine. We don't have to be doing it all on our own. We're limited human beings. We don't know all the things at play. We don't have, the infinite power and, might of the universe. The universe can literally work miracles. It can literally work miracles for us, but we have to trust. We have to be open to it. We have to co-create and work with it, instead of trying to do it all on our own, trying to force things. We can tap into its magic to get those miracles. We can be blessed. But you may need to take some time to pause to get clear on what it is you want. To relinquish control, I simply let loose and allow myself to be more childlike. Think about how free and happy and in alignment children are. Think about that. They can have fun with the simplest things, a stick, a box, whatever. They are in alignment. They are, being true to themselves. They're resonating. They're taking what resonates and leaves the rest. They are so connected to the divine and the magic of the universe. So allow yourself to be more childlike. It doesn't have to be so, rigid and controlling. Yeah. True abundance is an inside job. And it's not just abundance. Happiness, peace of mind, they're all inside jobs. It's all about what you're focusing on. It's all about you getting in alignment and making the most important things a priority. Because if you are, believing those negative narratives, those limiting beliefs, you're going to have fear, you're going to have doubt, you're going to have worry, you're going to end up having that, beliefs of lack, and so you can't tap into the abundance that's all around you. You can't tap into the love and the magic of the universe that's all around you. But if you tend to your internal state, if you develop a strong, stable, secure internal foundation, you can tap into the abundance. You can find the happiness, the gratitude, the peace, the prosperity, the wellness. It's up to you. You get to decide what it is that you're planting, what it is that you're watering and nurturing, what it is you'll ultimately harvest. You get to control how you choose to show up in the world, what you choose to focus on, who, what, when, where you get your time, energy, and attention, who you allow in, what you allow to yourself to associate with. You get to use your discernment, and you get to choose what resonates. You get to choose where you go. That's up to you. You can't control other people. You can't control things in the external world like the weather or traffic, but you get to have say over yourself. What it is that you believe, It's an inside job. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but it is an inside job. Yeah, elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Which is why the universe is wanting you to let go, because you've gone through this journey. You've learned and grown. You know what resonates. You know what you can leave behind. You know how to get more in alignment. You know what brings you joy. And you'll keep getting clearer and clearer as you continue this journey. And you're going to be wiser in the end. And that's why it's an inside job. That's why it's an inside job. But you're going to reap the rewards. You're going to have a bountiful harvest. Basket, recognition, reward for merit. All your hard work is paying off. Choosing to let go. Choosing to focus on, peace, prosperity, fun, love, the magic of the universe, how miracles can happen. That's going to benefit you profusely. It truly is. But you gotta keep your life in balance, scales. That's why the universe is asking you to let go, to clear the clutter, to soothe your soul, to focus on love, to focus on deserving good things, to have the expectation, to shine love, to have abundance, peace of mind, happiness, gratitude, all that be an inside job. To have the balance of pause, to flow with life instead of trying to force things all the time. You gotta have that balance. But when you do that, it's going to set off a chain of events that will affect your life for the better. The choices that you make, what you choose to focus on, what you choose to associate with, if you actually get in alignment and take what resonates and leaving the rest, if you can stop to smell the roses, if you can live in the current moment and make the most of it and find reasons to be grateful, you're going to set up this chain of events that's going to open up all these new opportunities, all these new possibilities, all this potential that you have had untapped inside of you all along. The universe will be able to work its magic and miracles because you are co-creating with it instead of working against it, trying to force your own will. But it can also work the other way. If you're like my family and you're always focusing on the negative and you're saying nothing ever goes right, everything always goes wrong, well, that's going to set up a whole entire other chain of events. Granted, the universe will still use it for your benefit. It will still be giving you those lessons so you can learn, so you can choose to do better. You can, once you know better, you do better. It's never going to give up on you. It's going to keep rerouting, trying to get you to your ultimate destination of a happy, prosperous, peaceful life. But it's up to you to choose. And that's going to set off the chain of events. Yeah, carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. You are going on this journey. Life is a journey, and it's what you make of it. All is at your fingertips. Walk your own path. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Yeah, because in the end, we're all on the river of life. We're all on the river of life, and it makes me think about the first ending song of Bleach. What is it? Life is like a boat. And it's just like, we can reap the rewards. Like, we can go with the flow. We can allow the universe to guide us and make it easier on ourselves by going with that flow, flowing with the divine. Or we can try to turn that boat around and try to paddle our way upstream and force things. But if we go with the flow, if we trust the universe, if we go with its magical divine flow, money or property through inheritance, winning, or windfall will happen. We will be blessed. We will be blessed because we're walking our own journey. We are getting in alignment. We are taking what resonates and leave the rest. We are recognizing that we can have a peaceful, happy, prosperous, fun life where we can thrive. It doesn't have to be so hard. We don't have to force things. We can have a magical, easy life where we can be more childlike, where we can connect into that childlike wonder and magic and splendor. We don't have to be so doom and gloom and expecting the worst and being pessimistic. Happiness, peace of mind, abundance, all of it's an inside job. It all depends on what we're choosing to focus on. Like Uncle Iroh says, if you look for the light, you can often find it, but if you look for the dark, it is all you'll ever see. The universe wants to bless you. It wants to work its magic and miracles. It wants you to recognize all the love around you that's supporting you, guiding, and protecting you. But it's your choice. But you are really turning the page and starting this new beautiful chapter of prosperity, of blessings, of magic, of miracles. So get excited. Trust that it's all going to work out for you, and remember to let go of what does not serve. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Because the universe is guiding you and working all these miracles and opening up all these doors of opportunity and giving you the keys to success. I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.